I'm guessing there's going to be nothing that we're going to need. So...
I've hung my dress inside.
Yeah.
Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Okay, let's get straight to it.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Morning, Stanley.
Good day, Stanley.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
Yes, thank you, Stanley.
Splendid. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Gonna say, yeah.
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Okay, alright.
Miss Bateman?
So, oh, come on, I want to explore.
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman.
Didn't need to know that.
Rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass.
So you know about Hobbs Barrow?
I know of Hobbs Barrow.
Shock.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Why lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
And he didn't show up.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure.
Okay.
I think I told you last night. He's a quiet man and keeps to himself.
Surely you know
Only comes
roughly.
in to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewlay be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewlay folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass. Oh, if you see Herbert around here, be sure not to feed him.
Guessing that's the cat.
But
A local stray cat. He comes in now and then searching for scraps. I'm sick of cleaning his vomit off the floor.
quite. I'll be sure not to feed him.
Thank you.
You know we're going to end up feeding him. Right, so...
It seems I may be fighting
Yeah.
against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it. I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Ask about. So we've unlocked our map. So can we now jump? Awesome. Oh, Mr. Tillett.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Remember?
Miss Bateman.
There we go.
I was blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
I'm sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink.
Yeah.
It's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard
Yeah, we
Shoulder?
need to know. We need to know. Oh, come on.
You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
Come on, out of it.
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Okay.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me.
No, it's more than that.
Wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
What would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
I don't remember out.
So you work here?
Aye. Bewlay station master at your service.
Oh God, he's in charge of the great. A drunk in charge of the
Yeah,
trains.
thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
I'm assuming you don't know where Mr. Shoulder lives then.
Sorry, Miss Bateman. I don't know naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
Well, we've exhausted all the options there. We have... Ooh, cat. I mean, I guess I could use the map to travel, but I just want to explore on my own for a little bit.
I don't think anyone is home.
That's not good. I mean, we don't even know where any of this stuff goes to.
I have no desire to go rooting about in there.
I shall see you later this
Ooh.
evening, gents. Well, I say.
Oh,
Greetings, my dear.
another creep alert.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Okay.
Some nerve.
Alright, let's find out about him.
Blushing?
I most certainly am not.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Let me pass.
Not today, by order of Lord Panswick. Now get
Lord
back before you
Panswick.
find yourself under a falling tree. There's nought even down there.
You're not going to let me pass, are you?
Now she gets it.
You shall not pass.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewlay.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say I have.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful.
It's the Lord,
That's
we
not
know
my
that.
business.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions.
Yep.
If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
And these are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the lands around these parts.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to
Okay,
explore the
so
woods.
we can't get this bit today.
I'll let him get on with his...
Yeah, but we
I'll
can't.
let him...
Okay. Whoa, squirrel. So we came this way. Let's go right. Ooh, church. Oh, we having any cakes out? Oh, okay. Oh my... Minecraft wooden sword? Or, I mean, that is, come on, that is Monkey Island reference, surely. It's like Guybrush with Swordmaster doing his training. I wonder if it's Mr. Tillett's family.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you,
Betty
Betty.
Tillett?
What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword
No, maybe
fighting
not.
technique. And to watch him until he tires himself out. I'm tireless! This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
I mean, that's fair enough.
So you know of it?
No.
I can hear the anvil going, so we'll go speak to him first, but wasn't there a guy here?
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
Okay.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
No one's going to know Leonard Shoulder.
Tell me about Hobbs Barrow.
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself. Just mind your own business around here.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Right, we'll go speak to the blacksmith and then we'll head back to the church.
Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
Are you a Bewlay native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools.
Yeah,
You let me know
good little gig.
without made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
That's good, useful information that I'm sure we'll be acting upon later. Can you fix that bucket with the holes in for starters?
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Do you know where he lives?
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
Because we're trying to meet him.
Speak with him. He invited me to Bewlay.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors.
Yeah, everyone lives out on the moors.
That.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewlay pays them any mind.
What can you tell me about Bewlay?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Derby!
I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
I was born in Derby and from Derbyshire, so that was what that was about, if you didn't know.
Me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace.
Also support Derby County.
Aye.
Sorry if that puts any of you off.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Okay.
In memory of Percival Roach. In memory of William Ager.
William Ager. Oh, what? I mean, that's really cool because, yeah, it's just like a nod to Warning to the Curious. Also features in one of my favourite games, The Lost Crown by Jonathan Boakes. The Ager family is a big part of that, and yeah, just whenever I hear the name Ager, it always puts a big smile on my face.
The
Right.
woman has a kind face.
Hopefully she's got kind information to get across. Ooh, trowel. Can we steal that?
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
Scouts
It
on
is
it.
more blessed to give than to receive.
Right, let's go speak to her.
Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I mean, yes, I would love to.
Yes, I'd like to buy a cake.
So I wanted a beer in the last part, now I want a cake. And I've got no cake in the house. That's unfortunate.
You would know about my Bakewell puddings.
Oh,
They are quite famous.
I want a Bakewell tart so much.
No more money.
Ah.
Unfortunate, pet.
Oh, if we didn't waste that money getting Mrs. Tillot's drink.
Goes to the church, you see. One cannot shirk one's duty
Devastated.
to the church.
I understand. My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
Hello, Mrs. de Plancy.
Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church.
Okay, so the church is called St. Edmund's.
I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire...
Right, hopefully we can find some money from somewhere, because I want those cakes.
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Where can I find Father
Inside the
Roach?
church, I guess.
This time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood.
West
to
of the village.
Of the village.
Thank you.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
Thank you for...
Lord be with you.
Okay, so we know we can go to the west. Ooh, fresh grave. That's not good.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
I mean, this is probably grim, but...
I may be a barrow digger, but I'm no grave robber.
Yeah, fair enough.
Here lies Margaret Tillot, beloved mother, wife, and sister. I
Ooh,
better not touch
a
them.
ring of mushrooms. Almost like a fairy ring.
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
That's fair enough. So, we need to go back to the woods. So... Wait, how did I get here?
I don't think anyone is home. Royal Mail, Postmaster's residence.
Ooh, okay. Can we go into the post office to try and find the location of Mr. Shoulder's house? No, because no one's going to be in. Right, okay, so we go down there, that's how we get to the post office. That's good to know. Okay.
Hello there, my name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
How are you?
Go away!
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No,
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
no.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere, but everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
That's not changed.
Good day, little one.
Guessing she's going to be
Hello, miss.
about as much
I'm
use.
Jane. This is my brother Wally.
Okay, Jane and
Lovely
Wally.
to meet you. I'm Thomasina.
I'd introduce you to my dolls, but they're drying out at the moment.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Wally doesn't say much.
He's mardy with me because he's bored, miss. He thinks he's too old to play with dolls.
I see. Where are your parents?
They are picking apples from the big tree in our yard. Daddy and I sell them at the market.
That sounds nice.
But they don't mind us playing at the beck, as long as we don't touch the almond's horn.
What is the Ammon's horn?
It's over there on that rock.
Do you mean the fossil?
It's the Ammon's horn.
I mean, yeah, I guess it looks like a horn.
It will make the god angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
I mean, I want to, but let's just go along with it.
Wonderful. I'll be sure not to touch it. I wouldn't want to anger the gods.
Sensible.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Jane!
Yep, she has.
Are you sure?
I swear.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
So that goes to the church. Aha, hello. Don't. You're gonna set me off. What is wrong? Oh, lovely. Okay.
Very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
What?
Excuse me?
Got me. I beg you.
Let's pick the glasses up.
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp. I'm not going near it. It smells disgusting.
Right, can we start by giving...
The vicar's spectacles like... Ouch! The broken...
Ah, right, so can we use the handkerchief to pick them up?
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work.
So are we now going to use the broken glass to cut you to pieces? Bloodletting, why not?
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Ooh, dear. Achievement unlocked, the bloodletter. Nice. And he's got new glasses.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, Vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry. That's all. I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Let's ask about Leonard Shoulder.
Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewlay.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewlay on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
I mean, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Right, and off we go.
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eye write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors, and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which...
I have no clue.
Richard II?
Correct.
Ah,
You are well read, Miss Bateman.
total guess.
Studying the work of the bard is one of my favourite pastimes.
That's fine, but can we get to the house, please? Please don't take me on a tour of the whole town.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation.
It's vast, alright.
The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
It is actually. It is quite impressive.
Indeed. The moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman.
I love how he crossed her arms during that. No.
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Ooh, flashback.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain. Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
No, it's not in a good way.
Daddy, wake up!
Oh, he's really not in a good way.
Daddy, wake up! Mummy?
Oh, this is dark.
Mummy?
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
Oof, rough.
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways. Come along now.
Oh, the wind sound is great.
Hello.
Ooh. Who are you? Oh, okay, bye.
She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors.
Primitive
I suggest you
folk.
keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewlay.
I see.
Okay, well, I want to meet these people.
Mr. Shoulder's house.
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this. Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now. Onward.
I mean, hopefully we're unlocking loads of new locations here.
We walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now. No need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask.
Yes, what?
Please don't tell Mrs. Duplancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Okay, and so we'll. Right, that was a bit of a long part. Obviously, a lot of talking to characters and obviously trying to find. So, obviously, we didn't go, too many places, and the story didn't progress too far. But obviously, we've got to meet these new characters, and we kind of got an idea of the idea of the town. Obviously, that young girl who ran away from us, and these people who live out in the moors. That's really interesting. Obviously, we've got the local lord who people are afraid of, and the kids, and so yeah, good to meet a lot of new characters. And hopefully, I'm guessing that Mr. Shoulder's not going to be, and we're never going to find him. But we'll knock on his door and we'll find out in the next part what happens there. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.